What's up guys, welcome to another episode of The Trenches. So today we have a really wicked shoot with Amazon Music and OVO. Yeah, that's Drake's company. The artist is Popcorn and he's a huge superstar in the dancehall genre of music. We're shooting in a massive white studio today, so it should be really interesting for you guys to come along, see how we light it, see how we're going to move the camera, and basically how we're going to operate in that big space. Shooting in big spaces like this can be quite daunting because you need a lot of light and you need to light it properly, because if there is one section that's not lit, your eyes will automatically be drawn to it. So stick around, I'm going to show you how to light that.
Alright, boom. So this is London Film Studios. Shout out SHL, specifically Danny at SHL, sorted us out properly for this shoot. So yeah, as you can see, walking into stage A, which is a big white Cove studio. Big, as you can see here, nice reveal shot, boom. Cool, I'm gonna pause that there so we can kind of take in what is going on. So, this metal structure is called a truss, T-R-U-S-S, truss.
Trust me, daddy.
So basically, a truss is an assembly of beams that create a rigid structure. In this case, it is used to rig lights too. You could potentially rig other things to it, like art department-y kind of stuff, like sets, backdrops, hanging props, etc, etc. But obviously in this case, it's mainly for lighting. So let's just take this image in for a second. It's a big space, and because it's a big space, we're going to need a lot of lights. But that doesn't mean you need to overcomplicate it. What we're doing is actually very simple. We're opting for a big softbox in the middle. You can kind of see this guy rigging it here already. It's just like the skeleton of it at the moment. And you can see we're rigging lights all on the outside, and they will be illuminating the Cove walls. So it's a bit more of an abstract look that we're going for. Cool, so this is what it looks like from underneath, all rigged up. As you can see, the softbox in the middle and all of the lights around the outside illuminating the wall. So we really have two sections of lighting. This softbox right here, and this will be hitting the artist, kind of covering them, making sure they're well lit in the center of this studio. So another note, these back lights right here, they will be kind of changing color and changing intensity as we go through to kind of keep this video interesting. Cool, so let's just play on from here. So this guy here right in the middle is called a rigger, and believe it or not, he's there rigging things, and you know, rigging things safely so they don't fall down, etc, etc. I'm pretty sure you need a qualification or a license to do that. So the lights we have opted for in this case are Aries sky panels, very common within the film industry. They kind of revolutionized the film industry, to be honest, because the LED, you can change color, you can change intensity, all very quick and easily. So they're all in all a very flexible light. If you haven't used them, I recommend definitely checking them out, but be careful, they're pretty heavy. Alright, cool, so this is the skeleton of our softbox. You can really see it taking shape here. Alright, boom, so we had 5 sky panels inside this softbox. Here they are getting rigged up and wired up by the sparks all nicely. Alright, cool, so here we have some inputs for the DMX, and DMX stands for Digital Multiplex, and that's basically fancy talk for how we are going to control these lights when we send them up into the roof. So basically each fixture needed to be wired individually and marked down so it could later be controlled via a DMX board. So yeah, that means a lot of wiring, a lot of cables going everywhere, and basically you need to do this properly. You can't really skip any steps because then you'll run into big issues later on, and you don't want to have the talent waiting because you've wired up something incorrect. So this is a DMX board where each light is controlled. It's basically the brain of the whole operation. This is usually operated by a desk op, someone who has the specialty knowledge of how to use this desk and the program on the laptop. This board is amazing. You can pretty much do anything you want from it, from changing colors to strobing to pulsing lights on the beat, of which we do in this video. Alright, cool, so back to the softbox, finishing touches are taking place. We wrap it in a black material called Bolton, and this controls the light so it focuses it down onto the artist and not around the studio. A layer of full diffusion silk gets added as well, and this is used to soften the light and to make it look like one big soft light. There you go, the team doing an awesome job softboxing the hell out of this light. Here you can see the inside of the softbox with pulsing lights and the silk diffusion at the bottom. Cool, we finally add another layer of black Bolton just to really focus in that light, just so it doesn't spill onto the Cove walls and make it look flat. Cool, so that's the softbox all kind of rigged, and that starts to get hoisted up via the truss system. So now to the background, we're using source fours, which are hard spotlights, which are basically used to backlight the artist. And of course, next to it, we have our trusty sky panels. These are to illuminate the walls of the studio. The long noses on these lights really help us focus where we want the light to hit. Very similar to the black Bolton that we just put on the softbox. Yet again, you can see each light being rigged up via DMX. You can see here the effect we had going on the source fours. We kind of focused it into the center of the studio in a circular light, and we basically had each unit fading from one to another. Ooh, look at those flares. So yeah, you can really see the effect we had going on this setup. And boom, here we go, straight into rehearsal. This day was kind of quick paced. I didn't really have time to chill out or anything like that. And as you can see, we programmed the lights to pulse in and out. Not a bad look, eh? You can see Gary, who's on Steadicam right here, floating around this space, working his magic, doing his thing. Gary is a super great guy. He's also amazing at Steadicam. You know what? Let's go take a closer look. And boom, here we go. Don't you just love it when a plan comes together, people? Look, you can see all the lights doing their thing. Lovely Gary with the smooth camera work. Yeah, even look at that softbox up top, it looks sick. So the softbox obviously was lighting the artist. We had some lights on the camera as well, just to pick him out even more. And of course you can see all the background lights doing their thing, illuminating the studio space. So I'm now going to show you the actual footage of what we captured on the day. So this was definitely my favorite setup of the day. Just look how gorgeous that light is hitting him and the studio. So that is why we wrap the softbox in the black Bolton material, just to take it off the edges, and you can really see it come into effect in this setup. As you can see, we had a lighting change there, and so that was going from just the softbox to then the softbox and the background on at the same time. And we have it on this pulsing effect, which works really nicely with the beat of this track. It also changed color to a more deeper blue, just so the impact hit harder. I personally love this setup right here. It's super stripped back. Just one light, which is the softbox on, and of course the LED screen. I just think the colors go so nicely together, and the lighting's so soft, so simple, but effective. It was actually a super simple lighting setup we had on this shoot. I kept reminding myself less is more, as it's easy to get excited and to complicate things, especially when you have all of these wonderful options within lighting these days. But we really did keep things simple but effective. Only 2 colors per video, and it looked amazing. If you guys can take away these principles and apply them into your own work, you'll end up with something just as good. If you think about it, we only had 2 big lights to achieve this. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know if you'd like to see more breakdowns like this in the comments, and of course please like and subscribe, as it really helps the channel grow. Anyway guys, take care, and I'll see you soon.
Trust me, daddy.